I've been a Windows user my whole life. No regrets, no plans to switch, or so I thought. I have my own personal office, so I don't keep my PC at home, which means I'm away from my PC most of the day. And when I get home, honestly, my room is a disaster. I could move the PC there, but it's basically still a kid's room, and I can't just work in there. So I'm constantly bouncing between 3 different locations. My office, a fishing store where I pull 12-hour shifts, and home. And it's not like I'm just killing time between those places, I'm working 2 jobs. At the fishing store, I handle the entire social media and marketing, on the top of the 12-hour shift. And outside of that, I do freelance videography and editing for clients wherever I can. So being away from my PC isn't just inconvenient, it's actually costing me time and money. And that constant switching was absolutely killing my workflow. I needed a fix. I needed to always be in front of a screen because for me, if I'm not working, something feels off. So the obvious answer was a laptop. But here's the thing with laptops. They are great for about 2 years and then they start slowing down. I needed something stable, something that would actually last. Then I remembered my old coworker. He's had a MacBook M1 Pro for years and to this day, he's still editing in 4K without breaking a sweat. So I swallowed my pride and grabbed the cheapest M5 on the market, the 13-inch MacBook Air with 16 gigs of RAM. I never wanted a Mac. I couldn't find anything better for that money. Now let me give you some context, because it matters. My main PC is an absolute beast, a Ryzen 9 7900, an RTX 5070 Ti, 64 gigs of RAM of DDR5, cooled by a Noctua NHD15 Chromax. Oh, and my favorite part? It's all sitting inside an old school Corsair Carbide Air 540. Love that case. Throw in 6TB of HDD and 2TB of SSD and the machine can do literally anything. So when my friend told me, "You're going to be surprised when your MacBook Air outperforms your PC," I laughed in his face. And on paper, I am right. But am I? Let's find out. So let's start with the good stuff. It genuinely surprised me. From the keyboard to the trackpad, everything feels premium. It's just well built, and the stability it brings is brutal in the best way. I constantly have 3 Adobe apps open at the same time, and this thing does not flinch. This might be an exaggeration because it does flinch. It gets hot and, how do I say it? But it does not freeze off. It's slower, of course. It's an M5 Air, it's not a Pro. It gets to 90 degrees Celsius, and that's a lot actually. But my PC just freezes off and I have to restart it a couple times during a project. Now, that's maybe because I run an old SSD that it is almost full. So that is on me, that's my problem. That's not a Windows problem actually. This screen is 60 Hz, which right now is not actually a problem for me. Maybe the animations are not that smooth, but you know what? It's okay for me. When I'm editing vertical content, you might think that the 13-inch screen is small. I just rearrange my workspace and everything fits exactly how I want it. And since most of what I edit is vertical anyway, it works out really well. And if the timeline is too heavy, I just drop the quality to a quarter and I just keep moving on. The export times in 4K are really slow, but genuinely, I do not care about that. The portability is where this thing earns its money for me. I can work from home, from my car, while it's charging, from the office. But here's the funny part. Why would I even use it at my office if I have this machine, this beast in front of me? Well, it's simple because it simply feels better. Scripting feels better, multitasking feels better. And I've come to the realization that I do not even need dual screens because it's just too much. Maybe this hand, eye and neck coordination is just really uncomfortable for me. And what I need is a 16:9 monitor, an OLED 16:9 monitor. And I'm fine with it. The battery is fine right now. It's a new machine. And I do not see it being a problem anytime soon. Now, the OS as a brand new Mac user, I was genuinely caught off guard by how good it is. I knew it had the reputation of being user-friendly, but this is on another level. The trackpad is simply just comfortable. I don't even want to use this mouse anymore. So, I do not know, but something feels magical about this. And I hate to say it because in general, I do not like Apple. So, yeah. Like, I know I could just tap the plus icon to open a new tab, but somehow doing it with the 2-finger pin gesture just feels better. I can fully explain it. Maybe it's the gestures, maybe it's the animations. I genuinely do not know. It just simply works. Oh, and you know what's the funny part? That it runs Civilization 7. I do not play much, but it's good to have that game there. Now, I know that this is not a MacBook specific thing, but the 13-inch portability is like next level. Of course, you can get a Windows laptop with 13-inch, but this just simply runs my software so much better. What I did do is grab a case with a protective foam inside and the front pocket for my headphones and cables, and a USB hub, which is a must. I haven't used it a ton, but the moment you need a card reader or an extra port, you'll be glad that you have it. Now, there are some drawbacks that are worth mentioning. You can connect it via the hub to an external monitor like mine, and you will get 30 Hz out of it. And that really feels uncomfortable. My biggest concern right now is the longevity of this. I know I started this video by saying that my friend's M1 is still running 4K projects. Well, this is still an Air, and after some software updates, this machine will get slower. And this is just simply the reality. So I actually been thinking about selling my PC as a whole and this MacBook Air and buying an M5 Pro. And I don't know, that actually feels like the smarter long-term investment. If I was really smart, I would have put the money together for an M5 Pro from the beginning. Now let's talk about the bad stuff. So the thermal trap. So this machine gets really hot here when you're working a lot. Now, I'm not going to act stupid here. I know that running a CPU on high temperatures is going to shorten its lifespan and make it worse over time, of course. But for me right now, I can't care about the temperatures. I'm okay with this for now because the money I spent on this machine, it was worth it with all the drawbacks. And of course, we got this base model trap. Apple bumped the baseline to 16 gigs of RAM, which is the step in the right direction. But here's the brutal truth. Everything is soldered to the board. RAM, SSD, everything. You cannot upgrade it after the fact. So if you're looking to buy the base model, just know that you're stuck with that. Your only option is Apple's factory upgrade, which is famously painful. But if I'm looking at my reality here, that for simple reels that I'm editing for local businesses in my small town, my small MacBook is going to run just fine for me right now. So for many people, the 60 Hz screen is a problem. And I get it, why? I know all the animations, all the multitasking would be so much smoother. So for me, it's not a big deal. But at this price point, plenty of other laptops offer 90 or 120 Hz. On top of that, there's no OLED or mini LED here, just an older IPS liquid retina panel, which for me is already an upgrade, as I already told you. And the problem is that all of the ports are on the left side. Every single one. Which sounds minor until you are sitting somewhere and your cable needs to reach from the right. So yes, this was my review of the Mac. I do not know what to call it. My experience with MacBook Air M5. I kind of like it. For now, I don't want to change it. And I'm gonna take it as it is, with the good and the bad parts.